What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another video. Two things I got to talk about that I'm not happy about, unfortunately. My cat chewed through my LED strip that I have in the back here, so only half of my LED lights are working right now. And two, I just had to send back my Focusrite Scarlett. I was having issues with the USB port, unfortunately wouldn't connect to the computer, and turns out the unit was defective. Now, nothing against Focusrite, I love Focusrite, all their products are great, they hardly have any issues. For the most part, Focusrite is plug and play, so kind of sucks that I had to send that back, but I'm getting a replacement, so it's all good. Nothing against Focusrite, they're a great reputable brand. But today, guys, I got a video for those of you who are just starting out recording in your bedroom and you need to know how to mix and what plugins to use, so I'm here to tell you. All right, guys, so we're just gonna jump in. I don't really have a whole lot planned to say. We're just gonna check out this track. I'm gonna go through things that you guys should be using, that you guys actually need for your tracks when you're mixing. And we're starting off with a 3-track rap. So we have an instrumental, we have a vocal, and we got some ad-libs. Now I set everything back to 0. I took all the plugins off, with the exception of some panning that I have here. You can see right there, I just have some panning for the ad-libs that I had on before, but I took everything off. And we're just gonna start from scratch, basically. So let's hop right into it. Let's take a listen to this track.
I think I'm from another damn planet. These niggas, they be hating and no, I can't stand it, yeah. The girl, she stole my heart, and I know she meant to do it, cause she left me torn apart, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I fell for a trap.
All right, cool. So I'm happy with the instrumental. I'm not gonna change it at all, but what we're gonna do that's most important here is, you know, tweak the vocals, clean those up a bit, and get them sitting where they need to be, because as you can hear, everything's super dry right now, and it's supposed to sound like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just solo the vocal track real quick, and we're gonna tweak that.
These niggas, they be hating and no, I can't stand it, yeah. The girl, she stole my heart, and I know she meant to do it, cause she left me torn apart, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah.
So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm applying a gate to his vocal. We need to do that to get that background noise out of there. So I'm gonna set it respectively to where his vocals come in and give it enough tolerance to the point where it's not kind of, you know, clipping in and out.
These niggas, they be hating and no, I can't stand it, yeah. The girl, she stole my heart, and I know she meant to do it, cause she left me torn apart, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way.
So guys, if it's cutting his vocals off, what I would do is raise the hold a little bit, and then if it's coming in, you know, a little bit too abruptly, then I would raise your tolerance, so kind of it hits it a little bit sooner. And then if it's still giving you a little bit of issues, you could always raise the attack a little bit. It'll be a little bit smoother coming in. And then if it's coming out too fast, I would raise the release, and that would make that a little bit smoother too. So those are some parameters to keep in mind. Range, I always have as low as possible. So when, you know, he's not rapping or singing, it goes all the way to infinity, negative infinity dB. So you hear nothing.
Think I'm from another damn planet, because she left me torn apart, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah.
So I think that's okay for right now. Now, the next thing you guys are gonna do is get a compressor on that. Now, a lot of people they'll EQ first and then they'll compress. I like to compress, you know, unless the track's totally screwed up, I will EQ some things out and then I'll compress. This track, for what it is right now, sounds pretty good. He recorded it somewhat decently, and we're just going to throw a compressor on. Now I have Waves compressors, I have Slate Digital compressors, but for you guys that are starting out, you may not have these things, and it's okay to use a stock compressor. So we're just going to go into PreSonus here, and we're going to use the stock compressor because it works, and that's what we're going to use. So for this, I'm just going to pick a preset real quick. I'm going to go to Rap Vocal. And what you're gonna see is a slow attack time, so it's gonna let a lot of those transients come through. And it's got a slow release. I don't like that. I like a fast release. I like a slow attack, lets transients come through, compresses it, and then it comes off quickly. And that's what I like. So turn that adaptive off. I'm gonna make it a little bit quicker, and we're gonna check that out.
Feel some type of way, cause I think we are.
So what I need to do here is adjust my threshold down because it's not actually hitting any of the waveform at all, and it's not going to work if you don't bring your threshold down. And then up in this meter here, you're going to see your gain reduction.
Feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I fell for a trap in our garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you started. Yeah, she stole my heart and left inside a...
Okay, so that's pretty good there. I'm not really taking too much off. As you can see, negative 7.85, that's the most. And it's not really causing a dramatic difference here because we have you know, a medium to slow attack and then a quicker release. What I am going to do is raise my ratio a bit. It's pretty low. I'm going to bring it up close to 5. We're going to see how that sounds. I may have to adjust it after this.
And I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah.
Alright, that's pretty cool there. Now I'm going to throw my EQ on. I'm going to use the fat channel for this. So I'm going to pull that open here. Let's see, this actually has a gate and a limiter, but we're not going to use those for now. We're just going to use the EQ, and we might actually throw in the compressor. I wonder if I could switch those. Yeah. So we're actually going to EQ it.
Type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to take a little bit of those lows out.
In our garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you started. Yeah, she stole my heart and left inside a starship. I love it when the sky is so starlit.
So all I'm doing there is I'm taking out around 800. That's kind of that nasally midsection there that we don't want to hear too much of, and when we start compressing we're really going to hear that. So I'm just taking a little bit of that out ever so slightly, and this is all I'm doing in this phase. It's just using subtractive EQ. I never want to add to it. I always want to take away, because we're always adding volume to it when we're compressing and we're bringing up levels. So all I'm doing is I'm using subtractive EQing, and I'm getting a good result. I'm only taking out very small problem frequencies. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding the tube comp. It's a stock plugin within PreSonus, and I'm sure Logic, GarageBand, they all have these stock compressors that emulate analog gear, and this is great because it's going to add some kind of natural saturation to it and give it a like a harmonic kind of live-like vibe that you get from a lot of analog consoles. And nowadays digital gear has gotten so good that it actually does a really good job at emulating those things. So we always want to try to strive for that.
And I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I fell for a trap in our garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish.
Alright, so what I'm hearing now are a little bit of plosives when he says his P's, and you kind of get that puff of air that goes into the microphone. Even if you do have a pop filter, you can hear those come through sometimes, and those would be around anywhere from, I'd say, 125 to 200 hertz. So we're gonna try to listen to that and take that out.
Garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you started. Yeah, she stole my heart and left inside a starship. I love it when the sky is so starlit.
Alright, so I ended up taking around, I think, 180-ish hertz. Yeah, 172 hertz. And now we're going to go back to the compressor, get a little bit of reduction on that, and it should sound pretty cool. I might actually change it to the limit feature here.
Looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah.
Alright, cool. So everything sounds good there. What I want to do now is actually add kind of a creative EQ to get some more top end. So now we're actually going to add to it instead of subtracting. So I'm going to open up the fat channel again because I know there's some pretty cool EQs in there. So I'm going to bring that open, and I'm only going to turn on the EQ. Then from here, I'm either going to select passive, vintage, RC500, VT1. I'm going to see what works best.
And I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah, yeah. I fell for a trap in our garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you started. She stole my heart and left inside a starship. I love it when the sky is so starlit. No, I'm not a human, I'm a Martian. Natural selection, call it Darwin's. Yeah, I got a gas on me, ain't no farting. Yeah, she stole my heart and left, cause that girl was a devil. So I told that girl, screw you, yeah. And if she tell you that she love you, then I hope the girl mean it. I just hope that she don't use you. Yeah, she set me right on fire like a arsonist. She obsessed with herself like a narcissist. Says she be stealing all the heart, she be harvesting. We can never compromise, ain't no bargain. Ain't no bargain. She already stole my heart. I was talking.
All right, cool. So this plugin actually gives a really good emulation of an outboard EQ unit. And what I mean by that is that you're not just raising the volume of each thing. It's actually adding a bit of character every time you raise it up. And I think I've got it around, you know, just past 12 o'clock. All of these, a little bit more low end in there, a little bit high, and then I'm adding a little bit of 1K, which is a really good vocal range. And it's bringing out some of the grit in his voice, a little bit more detail. So I like that. I'm going to keep that on there. Now, what this artist wanted was a little bit of auto-tune. So you may or may not have an auto-tune plugin. What I use is the Waves Tune Real-Time. So I'm actually going to hop over and do that. Now, you might not have this. There are cheaper programs out there. I know there's one called G-Snap, and there's a couple other ones that are budget. I'm not sure how much the Waves one is, but it does work wonders, and I like using it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that on. Now within Waves Tune Real-Time, I set my speed all the way down and I put my note transition all the way down. It's going to make these both fast as possible, and you're going to get a good auto-tune effect from that. Now this song is in C minor, so I'm going to choose C, and then I'm going to go to natural minor. Alright, so we're going to check that out and see how that sounds.
Ain't come from another damn planet. These niggas, they be hating and no, I can't stand it, yeah. The girl, she stole my heart and I know she meant to do it, cause she left me torn apart, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I fell for a trap in her garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you start. Yeah, she stole my heart and left inside a star. Shit, I love it when the sky is so starlit. No, I'm not a human, I'm a Martian. Natural selection, call it.
Cool. All right, so what I did there was I actually went back in, I tweaked a little bit of my EQs to have it come out better with the instrumental. And I think we're actually getting a really good result using just these stock plugins. And of course I have, you know, Slate Digital Waves, and I could use those mix racks and those compressors and the EQs and everything, but I want to show what you guys can do with just stock plugins, and we're actually getting a great result from this, so that's really cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to transfer everything over to my backups and my ad-libs, and then I'm going to tweak them from there. So first I'm going to check the gate real quick.
Darwin's, yeah, I gotta get. Ain't no farting, yeah. She stole my heart and left, cause that girl was a devil, so I told the girl, screw you, yeah. And then she said,
so I'm going to transfer everything else over.
I just hope that she don't use it, yeah. On fire like an arsonist with herself, narcissist, she be.
Okay, so the one thing that I am going to do for the backups here is I'm going to add an EQ to take off some of those highs and get it in a lower range, and then I'm going to scoop out 1K a little bit so that it's not interfering with the lead vocal. So I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. Grab the Pro EQ.
I'm a Martian. Ain't no farting, yeah. She stole my heart and left, cause.
Alright, so I'm happy with that so far. What I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to send it out to an FX track, and I'm going to label this delay, because we're going to put a delay on it. So I'm going to go here, back to the stock plugins. Let's go with beat delay. So for the width, I want it completely stereo. I'm going to take off some of the highs and the lows, and we're going to see if this works. I know this isn't matched up to my tempo, but we'll tweak it.
Think we are from Mars, stars, feel some type of way from Mars,
right, so that sounded really cool, and I'm gonna add the lead in there. We're gonna check it out.
Yeah, from Mars, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I fell for a trap in her garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you start. Yeah, she stole my heart and left inside a star. Shit, I love it when the sky is so starlit.
Alright, so that sounds really cool right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two tracks and I'm going to right click where it says main here, because they're going to the main track, and I'm going to add a bus for selected channels, and I'm going to rename it to vocal bus. So now these two tracks are in a single vocal bus.
Yeah, from Mars, yeah.
So I can control both those tracks with one fader.
From Mars, yeah.
What we're going to do on this is we're going to add a mix bus compression setting. So I'm actually going to go back to the fat channel here, loaded that right into the bus, and now we're going to click on mixing and mastering, and I'm going to see if they have anything that's going to help me out with this bus. Let's just go with vintage style. Let's check that out. Okay, so we have a gate. We'll keep that off, we don't need that. The limiter that we used, and then we have a vintage style EQ, which is already tweaked. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, guys, is go ahead and tweak this compressor here. I don't want it to crush anything and kind of combine the ad-libs with the lead. I want those to stay a little bit separate, but I do want a little bit of limiting on there. So I'm going to see what that sounds like, and I'm just going to adjust this here. There's only two knobs, and it's got a key filter, which is around 957. We'll bring that up to around 1.5, which is our vocal range. And then limit, which is good. Gain set okay. We're probably just going to tweak the peak reduction here.
Yeah, from Mars, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are.
So that's pretty good right there. I'm going to go ahead and tweak the EQ now.
Yeah, from Mars, yeah. I fell for a trap in her garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you start. Yeah, she stole my heart and left inside a star. Shit, I love it when the sky is so starlit. No, I'm not a human, I'm a Martian. Natural selection, call it Darwin's. Yeah, I got a gas on me, ain't no farting. Yeah, she stole my heart and left, cause that girl was a devil. So I told that girl, screw you, yeah. And if she tell you that she love you, then I hope the girl mean it. I just hope that she don't use it, yeah. She set me right on fire like a arsonist.
Okay, and our last parameter there is our limiter. So I set that respectively, just to, you know, bring down maybe a dB or two if those peaks are actually getting through my compressor. So that sounds really good there. I'm gonna leave it how it is. I really like that. And then the last thing we're gonna do is obviously we're gonna add our reverb. So again, from the vocal bus, I'm gonna choose a send effects, and I'm just going to name it reverb, and then I'm going to pick the PreSonus stock reverb. I believe there's two of them. Okay, there's mix verb and there's room reverb. So let's go with the room reverb for now. We'll just pick something a little bit smaller. We probably don't want cathedral. Well, maybe that would sound cool. Medium studio might be good. Recital hall is probably what I'm looking for. So we're going to see how that sounds, and I may have to adjust it.
Yeah, from Mars, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I fell for a trap in her garden. Yeah, she's
so that's okay with me, very subtle. I really like going subtle with that. Once you start listening to it on different sets of speakers, maybe in headphones or in a car, that reverb really comes out. And once it gets mastered, again, every single level comes up when you're compressing and you're limiting and using multi-band compression. All those levels come up and the reverb just amplifies. So I really like to go subtle with that. So we'll go ahead, I'll unmute everything. We got the we got the instrumental on it, so let's check it out now.
I think I'm from another damn planet. These niggas, they be hating and no, I can't stand it, yeah. The girl, she stole my heart and I know she meant to do it, cause she left me torn apart, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah. I fell for a trap in her garden. Yeah, she stole my heart, she hit her tar. Yeah, I hope you're gonna finish what you start. Yeah, she stole my heart and left inside a star. Shit, I love it when the sky is so starlit.
Alright guys, so there you have it. Those are the plugins that you should be using, and that's how you mix a song like this. Super simple. I used all stock plugins. I did mix this song previously, and I did use a little bit higher end plugins. Got a little bit of a better result, but with these I'm really shocked. You can get a really good result just using stock plugins and free plugins. So I hope that helps you guys out, and I hope to see you in the next vid. Thanks a lot guys. Be sure to subscribe, leave any comments if that helped you, and I really appreciate it. Thanks.
I be looking at the stars and I feel some type of way, cause I think we are from Mars, yeah.